Amit, what is it that you're hearing from all of these operating partners here about their tech priorities, about what's changing, about what their needs are? Reflect that back to us.
First, thanks a lot for having me. I think technology plays a significant role in the transformation of these businesses that are owned by private equity funds. Most of these are mid-market businesses, so not having billions of dollars in revenues, but more like half a billion to $1 billion. And from a technology standpoint, they're not really that sophisticated as a private equity fund would want them to be, right? And a lot of the basics need to be in place before you can actually leverage that foundation into aspects like artificial intelligence, etc. So let me bring a few aspects to the fore. A lot of these businesses have been acquired through acquisitions, right? So I was actually speaking to an operating partner today who talked about their portfolio company making one acquisition a week. That's like 54 acquisitions. What effectively that means is you've got around 54 different platforms, different ERPs, different CRMs, right? So you obviously need to ensure that all this is standardized, right? A lot of these businesses have not yet moved to the cloud. One of the most important aspects why private equity funds buy these businesses is because they want to ensure that they are able to scale these businesses at speed. And in today's day and age, you can only do that if you leverage AI delivered right.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So we've moved on from the noise of AI into the practicalities. And I want to know first question really is whether some of the smaller cap and the mid cap managers can accommodate artificial intelligence in a scalable, effective way. So that's the first question. And then what are the other pieces that you need to have in place to think well about AI and what difference it could make to your business?
So I think let me answer the most critical aspect that you need to have in place in order to be able to leverage AI. At the end of the day, it's all about the data that you use. Otherwise, it's garbage in, garbage out. So where you source that data from, how that data is scrubbed, whether that data is relevant, the sanctity of that data and the security of that data is absolutely paramount. Once you have this data in place, you can obviously do a lot of things with that, right? You can innovate. You can build small language models, right, specific to a particular ask. You can drive productivity gains, efficiency by incorporating artificial intelligence within your business processes, right? You can leverage agentic AI. And we at this point in time are actually building sector-specific use cases leveraging agentic AI. And most importantly, you need to be able to trust this data that you are using, right? So it's a very holistic approach. And to answer your question, whether small and medium-sized businesses can leverage AI, of course they can, subject to availability of this data in this specific format. And obviously partnering with the right sort of organization that has the track record, that has demonstrated delivering such value proposition before. If you do that, it is very plausible.
Great answer. Final question is around this community. It is a community, the operating partners here. They seem to be happy to talk and exchange. What's your feeling? What's your vibe? What's your feedback about this community?
Yeah. Well, this is probably my 10th year that I'm here. So, that tells you a lot about how I feel about this community. I genuinely feel very positive about it. The vibe is also positive, right? If you look at the macroeconomic environment and the uncertainty that we're dealing with, but the intensity of the people, the operating partner community is absolutely phenomenal. We heard earlier today that this year has been incredibly challenging because there's just been a phenomenal amount of workload, and tariffs have obviously created that significant amount of uncertainty. But still, the robust nature of these operating partners in getting things done, in looking at one particular aspect at a time, dealing with it, taking it to its logical conclusion is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely love being part of this fraternity.
It's fantastic to have you here, and thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.